Zinc prices are continuing their uptrend as tighter inventories are taking place in China. We're talking the forecast for the base metal with Paul Dumas. He's the Executive Vice President of Ozisco Metals, not to be confused with Ozisco Mining. It's a subsidiary. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So Ozisco Metals focused on base metals, focused on zinc. You are a player in the Northwest Territories.
Yes, we have our flagship there that we acquired last year in February 2018. We conducted over 60,000 meters of drilling there to bring historical resources out with a MRE in December 2018, 38 million tons, grading 6.6% zinc.
And we're going to talk more about the project in a second, but first let's look at the fundamentals here for zinc. It's a hot story, people want to invest in it. What's driving the market right now?
Well, I think we've seen a chronic depletion in the inventories for the last 10 years. These are due to several factors. A lot of mine closures. There's no new projects coming down the pipeline, or very few. There's been some environmental legislation put in place into China. China used to be a net exporter, now they're a net importer. So that has drastic effects on the inventory.
Well, I was reading in January, global zinc market deficit of 28,000 tons, making a dent in the market here. So what's the game plan? How can you take advantage of this deficit? How far away are you from production?
Well, because I think there's such a lack of projects coming down the pipeline. I think we want to be in the forefront. We want to de-risk a project as much as possible. We want to grow as large as possible. I mean, right now we're sitting with 5.5 billion pounds of metal in the ground. This year our goal is to increase that resource.
Now you're working in the Northwest Territories, harsh climates up there. So does that limit the time you can be in the territory?
No, I think we could work there year round. Kitco has worked there year round. We're not that far north in Northwest Territory. We're just south of Slave Lake, 50 kilometers east of Hay River, which is the hub of the north.
It was interesting. I saw that zinc prices also got a bump following the Federal Reserve statement. Usually we see the gold bump, right?
Well, I think the bump that we see in the zinc price right now is due to the chronic depletion in the inventories. I mean, today we're below 200,000 tons. So basically a zinc inventory worldwide for 4 or 5 days.
And for investors new to the zinc sector, give us a background of, where is zinc used?
It's basically galvanization, construction, infrastructure. So I mean, a lot of the developing countries are driving the price of zinc, the demand for zinc.
So China being the largest buyer of zinc?
Yes.
One of the largest buyers of zinc?
Yeah.
Okay, so game plan for 2019, what are you focused on, Alberto?
We're looking to increase our resource at Pine Point. Right now, like I mentioned before, we're sitting at 38 million tons, 5.5 billion pounds of metal. We want to do some brownfield exploration there. The majority of our drilling we did last year was above 80 meters. We know the mineralization extends to 250 meters. So we have a huge land package there. It's 60 kilometers by 30 kilometers wide. So a lot of room for new discoveries there.
Zinc prices moving up from 2,550 per ton since the start of January.
Yeah.
Any price forecast, Paul?
No, I'm not forecasting anything because I think there's such a disconnect right now with the inventories and the price itself.
You're not going to give us a forecast.
No, I'm not.
All right.
No.
Well, but you're bullish.
Yes, I am.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Paul Dumas, thank you so much.
Thank you
Continued
very much.
success.
Thanks.
And thanks for watching. We'll have more for you on Kitco.com.